I know that it's about coming home, which is going to make me emotional. But to do what we do at the highest level, like we play 7 months a year overseas with 1 week off in between and then a 5-month national team season. For 11 years, like that's been my schedule. There's been a lot of sacrifice in that, and if you're not in this world, I think you can't really understand like what coming home really means. Professionally, the first few years were really hard for me. I have lost friendships, missed marriages, missed funerals. Like I've missed big funerals in my life because I couldn't go home. One of the hardest things is seeing your parents like 1 or 2 times a year. That is something that like weighs heavily on my heart because it has been my choice to do that. And not once have they ever hoped that I didn't do it or asked me to stay or to not pursue my dreams. And they've just been like so selfless in my whole journey. You have to understand yourself and like the why behind what you're doing to like be able to make those sacrifices and do this for so long. When I was growing up, to be a professional volleyball player, it wasn't really something we heard about. It wasn't until John Cook shared with me how Jordan Larson was playing in Russia, and he was always talking to me about it, like, hey, you need to start thinking about this. We need to talk about this, and just kind of believing in me in a way that I don't think I'd ever believed in myself. It hit me, I was like, oh, I could be a professional volleyball player. Making the national team was kind of a whirlwind. It taught me a lot about how I wanted to live my life or how I wanted to experience things, and I think I've carried that with me for a long time.
It seems like you have to really love what it is that you do to be willing to make those sacrifices in your personal life. And does it ever feel like it's hard for you to just relate to people who just have, you know, what we consider like normal lives because they haven't had to make those types of choices or sacrifices?
Yeah, I feel like it is a choice, and a choice that like I'm very privileged to make. I don't take that for granted that I get to have these possibilities presented to me. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't exist without hardship. In my head, I was always living in a mindset of, well, I'll be happy when I get there. Or, okay, once I get through the season, I'll be in the summer and I'll be with my friends and I'll be there. If I wait to be somewhere else to be happy, then I'm gonna miss these 2, 5, 10 years of my life and think I never experienced it. I was never present. So that's been a big journey for me, is like, this is my life, and in that acceptance of like, this is it. This is what I'm doing. I'm living a professional volleyball player's life overseas. I have chosen that these are the sacrifices I'm gonna make, and it doesn't make them not hard or not painful to get through, but it just makes me more present and more appreciative of the good and the joy that we experience. And when you accept that, I think you free yourself of this idea that, like, I'll be happy when.
How much responsibility do you feel personally love succeeding?
I feel like that's why when the opportunity was presented to sign and also invest, I felt like I needed to do this for the success of the league and to pay it forward and do something for the sport that's given me so much.
Welcome back. Yeah, we've been gone for so long, now we coming home. Welcome back.
And you can see it. You can see more money being put into women's basketball. You can see more money being put into women's volleyball. You're starting to see the audiences grow. It's a really special time for a lot of the women that have been doing the hard things every single day for so long.
Never gave up.
coming home and imagining my parents and my grandpa or grandma in the stands. I haven't had those things in so long. You don't take it for granted when the opportunity has finally come.
Yeah, we've been gone for so long, now we coming home. Welcome back.
My whole career, I've really been so lucky. Somebody has always seen potential in me that maybe I never saw in myself. Just really in love with the game, and I think that's carried me a long way.
Yeah, we back. Yeah, we back. Welcome back.